We are still 2 months away from the January transfer window, and yet Aston Villa are going to go toe to toe with Real Madrid and Liverpool for the signature of one of the Bundesliga's best centre-backs. Stick around to find out more about our number 1 January target, but be sure to also leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on this signing if it is to happen, and subscribe for the latest and greatest Aston Villa content on YouTube. Let's go. Of course, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. We are talking about Castello Lukeba from RB Leipzig. Started his career in France with Lyon, as you can see on the screen. He is currently valued at about 43 million euros. It's been alleged that the fee, if he goes in January, will be around 50 million pounds. 184 centimetres tall, currently wearing the number 23 shirt, and he is a left-footed centre-back. Currently plays for France's under-21 squad as well. This season, he has started 5 games in the Bundesliga, playing 444 minutes and getting an average match rating of 7.25. Now, as you can see, centre-back, young, left-footed, he would be the replacement or successor to Pau Torres, so he has to be good with the ball at his feet. So how about we have a little look at his stats this season in the Bundesliga. He is currently passing at a 91.5% success ratio, 313 successful passes for him, and a long ball accuracy of 47.1%. 2 successful dribbles off of about 40% success ratio there, 405 touches, winning 5 fouls as well. In terms of his defensive ability, he's won 37.5% of his tackles, 60% of his duels, and 61% of his aerial duels as well. If we look into him a little bit more, let's look at his last season in the Champions League, in the Bundesliga. This was his breakout season for RB Leipzig, fresh off of that transfer, as you can see on the screen there, from Lyon, signed for them in 2023. He got a goal, he got a pass success ratio of 92%, 1,800 successful passes, 40% cross accuracy, 43% long ball accuracy as well, 17 successful dribbles, 74% of those being successful. 2,200 touches, he won 23 fouls. You've got a tackle success ratio of 63%, a dual success ratio of 63%, 158 recoveries, only dribbled past twice the entire season, an aerial percentage winning of 53% there as well. 3 yellow cards and no red cards. But like I said at the start, he is going to be a Pau Torres replacement, so why not just compare him? So here we are going to be comparing Lukeba to Torres this season. Torres has played more games, make sure that you note that, 630 minutes to Lukeba's 444, so about 200 extra minutes in the bank, but only 72 more completed passes, and that's in open play. In terms of open play, actual passes themselves as well, about 100 more. Created 1 chance to Lukeba's 0. Passes attempted, you can see it's a bit more for Pau Torres, completed a bit more. Pass accuracy does lend itself to Lukeba, however, with about a 4-5% higher ratio than Pau Torres. 1 more long pass completed off of a much better long pass accuracy than Pau Torres. Absolutely blows him out of the water there. Crosses, we're not going to be bothering about because clearly neither of them are going to be bombing up and down the wing. And in terms of passes, you can see a bit of a breakdown of their passes there, and it's pretty even across the board in the sense of, yes, Torres has more, but you actually look at the breakdown, the most amount of passes are sideways, then backwards, then forwards. They're all there or thereabouts. Tackles made, Lukeba actually with more this season. Take on percentage goes to Pau Torres, though. Aerial duels, Lukeba smashes Pau Torres out of the water. That's one of the areas that I feel like all Villa fans worry about Pau Torres, is his physicality and his presence in the air. He's won more duels off of a slightly worse percentage. The same amount of clearances and interceptions, which is really, really weird, I found, but more blocks and more clean sheets. So should we sign him? No, look, this would be a statement signing. Real Madrid and Liverpool, the other 2 teams that hold a major interest in Lukeba, they are looking at about a £50 million deal. Now, again, I don't know the ins and outs of PSR and FFP, but clearly, I think the 3-year thing reset. They're charging fans £60,000 to watch Villa play Champions League at Villa Park, so clearly they want to do something big with the club, right? Some big signings or something. There's constantly new shares being taken out, new money being pumped into the club by our owners. So perhaps we are looking for that massive January signing to push us on. Perhaps they've seen the likes of Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal all have already kind of fluttered and stuttered a bit already at the start of the season. Perhaps they feel like if we go big in January, it's our best chance of pushing towards maybe a surprise Premier League title, depending on how it goes now we're back from the international break. And a player like Lukeba, clearly with Real Madrid and Liverpool interested, is the type of player that would do that. Pau Torres has been fantastic for us this season, but again, I do worry about that physicality, and Lukeba is one of the best young left-footed centre-backs in Europe. But would he even play? Do you disrupt that back line and take Pau Torres out? Do you try Lukeba as a makeshift left-back? Because Maatsen hasn't really been able to impress, and we're still relying on Luca Digne. Perhaps we're going to go to that big back four of like 4 centre-backs effectively. There's a lot of questions. It's a lot of money. Can we afford it? Is it worth it? Should we be spreading ourselves somewhere else? I feel like we do need defenders. That's obvious this season. I feel like, maybe possibly another winger as well. But in the end of the day, if we're going to spend 50 million on a 21-year-old who's been touted as the next big thing in terms of centre-backs in Europe, who on earth are we to not get excited? Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. I look forward to seeing them, and I'll see you guys very soon at the Villa.